here's where we go when.
Because we weren't.
Wait, I'm making it short. Here, listen. Everybody wants to claim about how homeless people do these illegal things. They're illegally camping. They're wandering around being ugly. Well, here's the situation. For the third, maybe fourth time, with no paperwork, no warrant, no charges or anything, we have been forcibly removed from situations by police enforcing a non-law.
No.
So now, if I can call police and I can just make up some bullshit about, hey, this is what I don't like about them, and they would just go and do that for me to these people, well, that would be great. Unfortunately, I live in America, and in my head, and well, there needs to be some legitimacy to a legal charge against somebody else. The new ethic is, it doesn't matter what people have done or what legality there is, just throw some smut on them about something. The police will come and do your fucking dirty work and get your enemy or whatever to get out of there, and then you don't have to follow it up. For instance, when it came to Project Room Key twice, both Tracy and I have been kicked out of two different Project Room Key hotels for no reason other than we are just unlikable.
No.
I think the reason is because we're elderly white people that are somewhat disabled and somewhat defiant, and we're not going to fork over our fucking monthly Social Security to some asshole non-profit agency, especially one like, for instance, LA Family Housing. They collect all these Social Securities from people. What do they need it for? They have been the recipient of fucking billions of dollars. Literally at least $1 billion to LA Family Housing.
But yeah, the people that still live there.
Yeah, but the people that they do have in there, they just recirculate. They're like tools in their toolbox. And so, you know, but the police though,
they're the bullies.
How do you report the police for wrongdoing? How do you get them to stop doing the wrong thing? I have called up the chain, up the ladder.
And the district attorney.
And the district attorney. and everybody. And they all, for one thing, I don't for a second believe they do not know California tenancy laws. That's bullshit. I also know they don't. They know absolutely about trespassing laws.
They cannot.
The classic is this. I was standing on a public city street, but I was 2 feet away in a median. This is city-controlled and responsible property over at the Oaks Mall. They say that they gave me paperwork. I have to leave if I get arrested if I show up in a year and all this. Fucking who the fuck is some mall to give someone paperwork and the cops just abide by it?
Not.
Fuck them. You want me to stay out of somewhere? You give me a goddamn legal court order. That's what I need.
Especially since it's public.
Yeah, if it's public, a public accommodation,
as long as
there's clear laws about panhandling and aggressive panhandling. I don't do that anyway. If I did, I would still maintain my right to do it, but I don't. I'm just not that kind of person. So I was standing there with a sign that's not even asking for anything. Half of the times, if you go back in my videos, you'll see that half the time I'm doing this, I don't even write any kind of pleasant sign. I write some kind of soul-questioning ethical sign about, and people still give me money, you know? But I should be able to do, it's the same thing as if I'm practicing free speech. If I got an anti-war protest sign.
Asking for alms is not illegal.
But standing there, if I'm a fucking Salvation Army Santa, I can ring a bell. Those motherfuckers have been raking in money like hand over fist and don't do shit for anybody. But if I'm just me asking for me, then that's how dare these people that need some really? How dare we want to eat? Are you fucking kidding me? Most of America is full of fucking poor people. The bottom line is a vast majority of America don't even have $1,000 in the bank. So don't give me this shit about how they're better than in other words, your next rent and all the bills for next month, if you had to come up with it right now, you'd be wiped the fuck out. Well, that means you're only a half step behind me, buddy. Wait till you get sick. Wait till you have a problem. Wait till someone dies or something happens. You're gonna fucking be running out of money too. And then when you do and you're right here next to me, then what, motherfucker?
Nobody's there.
You're gonna judge me for the shit that you're doing too? Fuck you. The fact of the matter is, this isn't a matter of lack of industry. This isn't a matter of willingness. We've been, Tracy and I've had a heart attack. It does impact my lung power and my abilities. Tracy's blind, and we think she has breast cancer. How many more conditions do you need to tack on to some Hunger Game motherfuckers before they can eat?
We're old.
And we're old as fuck. That's not even a matter of, even if I said nothing about heart attack or disabilities, and I tried to find work, good luck. So I can't even be afforded not only the work, but I can't get the legality. So if you run out of the ability to find a job, that's where your civil commitment to fucking, your country's commitment to you ends. You get no more fucking protection for the law. You get no more. I read these things about ex-homeless people. I lived down in Studio City in a park for 4 years from Cora. It's fucking bullshit. The cops would have rousted that motherfucker out a long time ago. All these crisis actors they got, they just show intentionally lazy, intentionally. It's bullshit. They're all bullshit. You know, we just want a fair shake. If you're gonna roust me,
and then get no services, refuse services.
But the part that's pissing me off is every time we get rousted, we push the subject because we want to get our day in court, because we're American citizens and we deserve the fucking protection of the legal justice system. We don't get it. The pieces of shit that fucking press this subject, they'll press a citizen's arrest. Well, they don't do the citizen's arrest. How come one citizen wants to arrest another? Motherfucker, you better go out there and arrest them then. But don't have the cops do it, because that's the cops arresting them. That isn't a citizen's arrest. We get down to the station, this has happened more than once now. No charges are filed. A week later, no charges are filed. Motherfucker, so I don't even get my day in court after you've arrested me and booked me? Fucking bullshit. You want to take me to jail? You better fucking, when I get out, when I get an OR or I make bail or whatever, I want to be able to talk to a judge.
Yeah.
And then to just tell me that I'm fucking burnt all that time and I don't get to talk to anybody about it. Fuck that.
You want a lawyer?
Oh yeah, right. Then I try to get a lawyer, and there's not one lawyer who's got a set of balls in this whole fucking state. Not one of them will take our fucking case. None of them. And we have caseloads of shit. And they go, oh, wow, you have legitimate stuff. But our company doesn't do, even though they advertise civil rights champions, all this bullshit.
Constitutional rights champions. Because our constitutional rights have just been.
Tracy and I have become this symbol for them. And meanwhile, they're housing every motherfucking other person.
They're not permanent housing, though.
No, they just, this thing about, build low income house, they're shuffling people around, and these poor zombified idiots are not fucking even, they're clueless. If they're going to be on they're going to be a poster child for a nonprofit, you'd think they'd at least want to get some royalties or something. You know what I mean? Fuck.
No, they take money from them, too.
Yeah, they take their money, too. Sorry, we got poor a few years ago, and we don't want to have everyone fucking ripping us off in the meantime. So, oh yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's my alarm. Time to get up. Gee, when we
Because
wake,
nobody lets us
and we've
sleep at
only
night.
been awake like, I don't know, 5 minutes. This is how our conversation goes. Most people are like, "How are you, honey? Would you like some coffee?" And we're like, "Fucking cops, goddamn, getting away with all this bullshit."
They come in and blast you with light,
Yeah.
and they roust you.
And then we got the
Nobody-
citizens, the well-meaning, well-doing citizens
like-
that are taking it upon themselves to clean their community up and want to fuck with those homeless people. Come fuck with me too much. You're gonna run into the wrong person. Now, I won't put up with a lot of shit. You come by and want to fucking
Oh yeah, just try, and then we
vigilante
try,
me.
No, vigilante them, because we try to follow the law. We
Yeah.
do. We do not try to attract
We've been-
attention. We don't throw trash around. We don't do nothing like that.
I have
Yeah,
spent
we have
years
gone down to
trying to create an atmosphere of understanding in Tracy, trying to make her understand that being lawful doesn't pay off.
But they
And she is finally
act
breaking it
Well,
down.
that's because I've gone blind. They still won't house us. You had a heart attack while we were in a hotel. That
I had to
stay in.
fight 3 30-year-old security guards in the internal care unit, or what is that?
Intensive care
care unit in Los Robles,
After
just to
the-
get out of the hospital.
Because you
and then it was
weren't
my
wearing
fault.
Because
I wasn't wearing socks. And, who has to fight in the ICU after a heart surgery?
and bleeding.
Because I won't. Yeah,
He was bleeding
handcuffed in the ICU. Is that
by the security
medical
guards.
treatment?
So-
What, from the fucking 1200s in old Cockney England? Are you kidding?
And the cops show up, and
And the cops show up and it's my fault. I got the
it's your
ticket.
fault. You got the ticket, but no charges have
But
ever
no
been filed.
charges have ever been
And it's
filed,
wrong. We
so
need to go
I
down.
couldn't go to court and defend myself
We need to go
in an altercation
charge
with
them.
3 30-year-olds in an ICU.
With false imprisonment.
And then I had
and
to
kidnapping.
walk out of the hospital at that point. Couldn't even get a fucking Uber, or fortunately one of my friends gave me a ride. But, I mean, it's insane.
That's
I
what
guess
we're
that's
trying to say.
good morning, whatever today is, Friday. Hey, so here's Brian with Fuck You Friday.
Yeah.